What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to restore the Sinistral battle music from Lufia 2. This comes to us as a commission from Tesla Master on Patreon. So thanks for that. There will be one more song after this one that they have commissioned, so stay tuned because as it stands, there will be it's not like a project thing. This will be only for 2 songs. So. The biggest challenge with this song is that there's no way to create MIDIs of the like rip MIDIs from the ROM, so I have to get a little bit creative. I've decided to go with a combination of fan-made MIDIs and pitch recognition, where FL Studio allows you to convert a WAV file to MIDI, and this will only work with about half of the patterns here. And so we'll use that for where it works, and then the fan MIDI for where it doesn't. Now, the first channel is strings. And let's set our tempo. Our tempo is going to be about 190 and a half. Okay, and then we have, well, I have to put other channels here too. So the channels that this does work for, there's like 2 strings channels, and then there's a bass channel. This should work for the bass channel as well. And I can see that the downbeat is going to be here. So let's hold Alt and move this thing to where the second bass note starts. Okay. And so now, yeah, pretty much you have an electric guitar channel, 2 electric guitar channels, and you have drums. None of those will work with the things because the pitch recognition needs like long notes, like whole tones. The electric guitar is too fast. It's not gonna work. So what I then want to do is take this first string channel and welcome Skins for the win. This will be a good one. Lufia 2 music is amazing. Yeah, Lufia 2 has some good music. So we're gonna go right click and edit in audio editor, and it'll open in this will open in an Edison, and then you have the option to convert to score and dump to piano roll. So that's what we'll do, and then you'll see a progress bar here. Actually, I forgot, I should have removed half of this because half of this is the loop, so it doesn't make sense to have that in there. Just have to wait for it. Okay, so FO, it's still doing stuff. Okay, it's done. Now, here's our line, and as we can see, you can kind of see where the repeat is. I think it's right. Yeah, it's definitely like here. So if we just remove that, we should be in good shape. Okay, and the strings, they start at the very beginning, so we don't need the downbeat part. Let's turn this sample now into what we have is the original uses the O1RW, the Korg O1, which is another Korg machine, but I found that the WaveStation has matching higher quality sounds. So we're just going to remove effects, and then let's see how that sounds. We're also going to make it louder. And then we're going to give it up, put it up an octave. Now you can see some of the notes are chopped up a little bit here where they shouldn't be. And now what I could do for that is to glue them together. But that's gonna make there's some parts where you don't want the notes to be separate. You want the notes to be separate, like here. So what I'm gonna do is select all those notes that I don't want to glue together, and then let's see. I think it's recognizing the loop in the sample, and then computing that as another note. Okay, that ought to do it. Now we just Shift I to invert the selection. And then we go, I'm gonna do quick legato because I don't think there's any space in here. Yeah, that's really just a straight note. So let's Control L for legato, just to make sure, because it doesn't glue them together unless they're like right next to each other. So, and then we do glue. Okay, so that should work. And then I want to do Control Q to quantize. Make sure they're all in time. Okay, and then I just want to play the original to make sure that I didn't miss anything, or that anything is inaccurate. So now let's isolate the. You won't be able to see this, but let's isolate. Okay. Oh, this one got missed. How did this get missed? Oh, because it didn't... Okay, I see. Ah. Ah. Wait, hold on. Oh, oh, that was extra notes, actually. Now, where does the trumpet begin? Okay, so then it repeats. Okay, let's take this trumpet. And it should be, and I've used this trumpet before, I think it should be the same trumpet as in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. So let's go and grab that. Well, let's take this sampler and replace it with a contact. So let's then go to, where is my, oh yeah, here it is. Let's sort it by name. Trumpet. And then we'll go and into contact. Paste those notes back where we cut them from. And then we'll Alt-C to change them to channel 1. Might not be the exact patch. Let's we'll find another one later. It's probably more of a cornet. Yeah, we'll fix that later. Yeah, I'd need my hard drive for that. Okay. Hi, El Pepe. Muy buena la música de DK. Gracias. Buenvenida. Bienvenido. Okay, so that'll do for now. Let me see what happens if I plug in. Let me see what happens if I plug in my hard drive and go try to get that sound from the disc. And this is gonna be, so the game uses the sound canvas. Pretty much the entire game is sound canvas. But the sound canvas is a very low quality machine because it has a lot of sounds. So then, but most of those sounds are available on other discs that Roland released. So you can, if you know what you're looking for, you can go and find find the originals, but in much higher quality. So I'm gonna load up the Roland Solo Brass disc. And then I have to, you won't be able to see this, but let's see. But it's taking so long. Oh, probably because my computer freaks out whenever I try to load stuff from the disk while I'm on stream. It's so stupid. Okay, so we'll do that later. Probably gonna make me crash. Probably gonna crash my computer. Because that's the way it is. But anyway, we'll keep that as a placeholder for now. And actually, I am going to remove this patch right now because I don't want to hear those notes. I think it'll just be, I don't want to hear, I'd rather hear no sound than a wrong sound. So, I'm a little concerned about this drive that just, I'm just going to unplug it. I don't care. Yeah. Okay, so, with that being said, let's, so we need those, notes there that we glued, which would be, yeah, these are not, like, not even a pitch change, so. So after the trumpet, we have this beat from the strings. Which means that I'll stop playing, please. So, which means that I want to go and get Edison. Well, no, I already have a copy of Edison. So I want to convert the, well, I want to remove half of it first. So I want to convert this to a score again. Hopefully it doesn't take as long this time. Oh, did it like export it all over again? That's crazy. Why would you do something so dumb? Yeah, so I can just copy these notes and then, actually it would probably be easier just to do them myself if it's gonna be that dumb. It's gonna be that much of a hassle. So let's see, I can just, I know the beat. It's like a straight up beat, so it's like da 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 da. I think it's like something like this if I just slice it. Da. Yeah, it's like that. So it would be da 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 da. Oh, it's actually more thirds than that. Oh, that's the other one there. I think there's one before that. Okay, so it just plays that sound twice. So let's do that. And the thing is, I'm gonna need to make this a separate patch because these are shorter strings. So let me cut this, and then I'm gonna clone this wave station, and then I'm going to set a shorter thing. Oh look, and the strings that are very in the game, they're very sharp. So maybe I can edit the envelope in this one and just have it be like no attack. Oh, also the filter is too dark. Wait a second. Oh, these are all. I'd have to do that for all of them? What? Crazy. Nice. Okay, and that means that I want to paste these other notes here. Okay, and that means, let's see, actually I will clone this again because that way it'll have no attack on it. Just as a shortcut. Okay, so now let's go and edit all the sustains to 0 and just make it a short thing. And we don't need to do this for the bowing part layer because that one is like not even looping. That one is just a straight, like just bowed. Nice. Nice. Let's take down some of the release here. Let's take down some of the release on the original patch too. And this bowing, I kind of want... Oh, does that one actually continue? I kind of want to turn this one down. Nice. It might be different strings, actually. I might have to use the ones from the 01 RW. Or from the M1, you know? Let's see. So, what about the... Maybe the M1 will be better. Because that just sounds a little too different. I think there's like... That's 2 layers. And there's lots of reverb here. And it's not loud enough. And I think the pitch is way too high. It's an octave too high to be exact. But how do I turn it down? Oh, here it is. No, I'll have to use the R01 RW. Oh well. It's just I can hear the PWM strings too much, and even if I turn them off, I think it's different. Yeah, oh well. So let's, maybe I have the 01 RW here. I don't know. Oh wait, I removed it. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I have the 01 RW here. No, I'll have to go get it. Oh well. One moment, please. Okay, if that be the case, I will stop the stream for a moment to gather some sounds, and then we'll be back in like 5 minutes. Okay? Taking. Alright, so we're back, and I've gotten the sounds I needed. And so it's including the strings, and so that will need to go over to Contact because I found like a sample pack of the O1RW, which includes 2 string samples. So that's gonna mean I'm just gonna make it as a thing on the spot. So I'm gonna make a new Contact patch. First, I need to know what notes these samples are playing. So let's port this over, send this over to Edison, and detect the pitch region. So that's C6. And then let's send this over. I think it's another C. Yeah, C5. Okay, so we have C5 and C6. So let's say that this, let's just say that this is going to be pretty much C6. And then we're going to make this is the high one, right? Yeah. So and then we set the root key to C, it's going to be C2 here, because they number their octaves weird, with negatives. So then we're going to put this here. And then I'm going to set this to C1 as the root key. So that this is like too high. Let's move it over at least 1 octave more. C3. And this one will go to C2. Now that feels more natural. Okay. So let's now, I'm going to send what is now the trumpet to channel 2. Alt-C to change. And so now this is going to go over to, we're going to cut this, put it over to Contact. And it's going to go, right now it's really high pitched. I think that should be the correct pitch there. Nice. And you have a nice transient on that. Oh wait, why is this? Okay, that is, something's wrong here with the last one's thing. So it's, yeah, that makes no sense. I don't know why that's happening. Let's say that the root node is C3. I don't know, because that should not be happening. Okay, well that makes, oh, this is both the same sample. Why didn't it put the, that's dumb. Okay, so this is gonna, so now we're gonna set this to C2. There we go. Nice. Okay, so and now there's supposed to be a decay here, I think, so. Okay, so then we're just gonna, and the rest of it doesn't really appear to have any sort of envelope, so let's just do a manual decay. But I have to make it the same color. And then we're gonna turn this down here. But it's not working, why? Oh, because it's Contact, yeah, so I have to do a volume decay. So that's gonna mean that I have to assign an automation knob to the volume here. And first of all, this is gonna be a normal volume. Let's turn it down a little bit though. Okay, and then let's go to current project, generators, contact, and then we're going to go to, I'm going to go Control I to insert the amount that's already there. And then when it comes to this moment here, we're going to decay the volume in 4 bars to 0. So let's right click and move, drag the mouse to here. And then at this moment, after that, we're going to have it jump back up. But you hear a little bit of bleed from the last note, which is because I have a lot of release here that I don't want. And you still hear a little bit of bleed, and that's probably, I do want some release, because if I don't, it's just going to be very start and stop. So to counteract that bleed in, I'm just going to shorten the note a little bit. There we go. Nice. And now for the short notes over here, we're going to cut this. And we're going to send it to contact, but we're going to go to channel 3 this time. Alt-C to change. And on this channel, so I need another patch of the strings. Or I need to, or honestly, you know what I could do is I could just modify the, I could just assign a knob to the sustain here. And then go right click this, edit events, and say that I'm going to do Control I to insert what's already there. But then when it comes to this moment, the sustain turns off. And now nothing is playing, but I don't know why. Probably because there's not really much of a decay, I guess. But that's not even why, because it's still not playing. Oh, because this one's still the wrong color. So I have to set this back to 1, Alt-C. And it's still too high. Nice. Okay, so this one I also have to chop up. But actually, I don't even have to since I already have the beat here. I can just copy it and paste it over. No. So we'll remove this. And then I do believe that this one was a separate beat where it does the thirds. And then at the end, you have a long note. Yeah, there we go. And I do quite like the humanization, like the varying velocities that this provides. So, but let me just raise it. Okay, now we have a comprehensive string line. Let me see if this is. I think I want it to be shorter. Nice. Okay, so that's good. Now let's see. So next we have our trumpet, and I got a let me call this strings. And so I got a I grabbed myself a few different trumpets, actually, well, 4 different trumpets that might work. So let's just see which one sounds the best. I think this might be an octave lower. Now it definitely needs to be louder. No, that one doesn't sound right. Let's try this one. Better. Oh wow, it went all the way back. No, I need it to be bolder. No, that one's too dark. So I think it's either this one. Maybe either that one or the second one. I think that one might work. I definitely want to delete the others. Let's try the AKG again. No, wait, that one was not even right. It was not even one of the ones I wanted. I think it was the cornet that I wanted. So let's drag both of them in here and put them on the same channel. Why are they both a cornet? I didn't drag that in there. That one's really bright. I think that one sounds the most like it. Yeah, that one's probably going to be the one. Yeah, this one is it. Let me make sure that I put the sustain back up. Oh, I didn't. Okay, let me check on that part. I don't know if it, like, sustained after. Oh, it does sustain after that part. Da-da. Let me check on the rhythm, too. I think it was like the rhythm is a little bit different. Like this one was here, and this one was here. Da-da. Nice. And there's like an ending sound. Hi, menacing Murdoch. Welcome. There is a ending like a long note that I think probably fades out. I think I just had it. Oh, it doesn't actually fade out. Yeah, I think it just sustains out like that for a couple of bars. Okay, so we've got that sorted, and now this trumpet is a little bit too bright. And I think it needs vibrato as well. Maybe a little slower. And a little bit less intense. Maybe a little slower too. I don't want it to feel like vibrato, it just feels like a little bit of variation. Nice. Yeah, there is vibrato, definitely vibrato on it. You can have it be a little more intense. I definitely think it was more intense than that. And maybe a little quicker too. Okay, cool. Anyway, so now I think we can move on to the next thing, which is more strings. And so you have the other stem here, which I will deliver to the audio editor. And let's see, so there's a repeat, an obvious repeat here. And so, yeah, let's trim the noise, or trim the silence. Trim side noise, and send left channel to mono, I think it is. Yes, okay, so now we can convert to score and dump to piano roll. Much faster than before. Okay, so this one is going to have, as always, some needs to be glued. So let's try giving that to contact. Actually, let's cut this from the channel, from the piano roll. And then we go here, and it's not gonna come in till like later, until a few bars, so we have to like take that away. And it's of course gonna be 2 octaves lower. And then let's see, I want to quantize this. And I don't know if I want to glue the whole thing because there might be some, oh yeah, there's some stuff here. So let's see. I definitely want to exclude this one. Control Shift click. Control Shift click. Okay, so now we should be able to glue them together. Control G. And that ought to do. So let's turn this back down. And actually they are both, I want to like turn, they're both, I want them to be in a different channel first of all. So I want to send this to channel 3 now. Alt C to change, and then we're gonna Shift C and Control G. Or did I glue them already? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. So now let's turn that down, and then so this one is going to go. We're gonna save these strings as a patch. And then we're going to drag them in again. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be. Oh look, it already created like a volume knob for both of those things somehow. But let's put the same volume knob on that, and then we're gonna remove the others. Or at least remove the volume one. Because it doesn't need an. Nice. And this is like a sixth, I think is, yeah. We have like a sixth interval. So let's see. And I want to solo these strings. So okay, so this is the wrong octave. It's supposed to be Shift C. So it's actually a third. Okay, and these are going to be very left. The first strings, what are the first strings panning? There's our center, so we have no panning on that. Now the second strings are panned to the left a bit. So let's do so. Let's set the patch to be panned to the left, about 50%. So that's what I hear. Does it really dip down low like that? Let me see. Oh wait, why is this? Oh, I see, because I forgot those notes down there. That's crazy. Okay, so let's put those up an octave and set them to be channel 3. Alt-C. What? Okay, so now we're having some bleed from the other notes. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here... So now I have to check on this part, make sure that there's no other... It's not two trumpets. Okay, it is strings. And they are sustained. Oh look, I think I have one that I shouldn't have connected here. They're actually two... Either that or the thing was just wrong. Oh, it is actually two notes together. Nice. Okay, and then it takes a rest, and for the most part, it looks like it's pretty much the same after that. And then it's just playing in thirds again. Oh, looks like I forgot one over here. Forgot these notes. Alt-C to change. This looks kind of strange here. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Let's check on that. Seems to be just a repeat, so... Ah, okay, so it is kind of supposed to be like... Let me try to track that. Oh, it is like that, okay. That's crazy, it sounds so dissonant. Oh yeah, so it is supposed to sound dissonant like that. Nice, okay. And I think that I have to also bring up the velocity here. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so that's it for the second channel, pretty much. Master, there's a song called Final Fantasy 1 that I would love for you to listen to so you can make a great reaster from it. It's called Chaos Shire from Fantasy 1. Oh yeah, I don't really have time to do these pro bono. That I need a commission. So this one was a commission. Someone commissioned for this to be restored. So if you'd like to commission, I can give you a fair price, or whatever you can afford. But I unfortunately don't have time to be doing these for free anymore. See you guys, Aki. Ah, oh, nice. But thank you for the. I'm glad you enjoy the tunes. Thank you for the compliments there. Anyway, now we have. Next we have, I think, the bass. Okay, this is the. I think this is just the strings. Yeah, so that's gone. We don't need that anymore, and we can remove this. And also the wave station we can remove. Next is the bass. So the bass we're going to send over to the audio editor. And then we're going to convert. Wait, I have to remove the things. Yeah, this should be where it repeats right here. Okay, so this, and then we convert to score and dump to piano roll. Okay, so I want to put this in another channel now. So let's go find first empty and call this bass. Why didn't you type a second one? Crazy. Okay, so let's paste that back here now, and then we're gonna turn this, so actually no, it's gonna be a contact patch. So let's paste that here into contact, and then remove the recording. And we're gonna send this to channel 4. And I'm going to play the bass. Nice. Sounding good so far. Or looks right so far. Now let's go drag in our bass. This one comes from us from the Roland Guitar and Bass CD. Let's raise the volume to normal levels. Okay, and then let's Control A to select all, and we're going to move this here. And then we're going to Control Q to quantize everything. Okay, now let's put a time marker here. So, because this is the downbeat. Now let's deselect this. I hate when it selects stuff for me when I don't ask it to. So the beginning, I think it has to go an octave up. Let's see. And I don't think that's another note. Okay, it is another note. We just follow this and make sure it's correct. And also, let's raise the velocity. And I think these notes got fused together. Wait a second, let me go back a little bit. Okay, let me check on that big sweep there. Okay, and these are all just, the rest of these are just kind of repeats, I can tell. Until about here. Yeah. So let's just go and remove this part. Because there's an ending here that I do want to keep. Actually, no, there's different bits here. Look at this. So I kind of do have to just chop all these notes. So let me just follow all these. Oof. It's a lot. Oh yeah, this is a repeat actually. Except for this part. Okay, so this part is a repeat. We can cut that out. I have to stop playing. Okay, so this part is just a repeat of that. So we can go ahead and control delete. Okay, let me just check on that rhythm there. Oh, there's one that didn't, they got fused there. Actually, these are all just repeats anyway, so. And then there's just one long note there. So we can just select this, all these here, and just control delete. Nice, okay. That's pretty much it for the bass. So... okay, that sounds good. Now, that's all that the pitch recognition will give us. So now we have to go to the some of the fan-made MIDI. Let me drop that in there. So let's call this Sinistral Battle. So import MIDI data as MIDI out, do not start a new project. And let's see what we've got. So we don't need our string ensemble anymore. We do need our distortion guitar, we don't need our bass. We don't need our trumpet. So we only have distortion guitar and drums. So let's listen to the first layer of the distortion guitar. We have actually a lower layer here that starts first. Okay. Let's start with the first one, actually. And I'm gonna go ahead and replace this with the, actually no, we can just copy it. So what I've done here, is I've found, the highest quality way to do this is that there is I found the patch without distortion, like the distortion guitar before they added the distortion effects. And so I can add my own distortion to give it the highest quality, but that might be a little bit too different of a sound. In which case I have, I have a plugin that has the original on it, where it's like not the sound canvas, because it came from the sound canvas, but the highest quality available is on the is like the SNU discs, SNU 110. So if I add that in, and then I select DSGF, turn it down because it's really loud. And but it has a lot of glitches in it. Let's turn down the velocity. Oh yeah, okay, that fixes it. Okay, so if we copy that here, let's see. I don't want to ruin what's in the MIDI, so if we copy that here, go find first empty, call this distortion guitar. Then I can go to contact, and no wait, I'm gonna use first the regular one, then we can compare. Okay, so this one here, let's go Control A and move this to the beginning. I can remove this space. So let's check out what we have so far, like for the first. So this part is for the other layer. So this is going to go up an octave, or at least probably most of them are going to go up an octave. Yeah. Okay, and these layers are not like gonna be there. Like this part. Let me check and make sure, is that like. I think these have to go down an octave. Okay, yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, those go really high now. So those I don't need to bring down. Interesting. So we have that one high note. Okay, then this one goes down. I only have one of those. And I think it repeats after that. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much just repeating. Okay, so this can go down an octave. And then I think this is gonna go, this one note is gonna go down an octave even more. I don't think that's the right note. Oh wait, this is supposed to be up an octave. So this is probably going to be the lower part of the power chord. Let me pitch check that. I think it's a A sharp chord. Cool, okay, let's check that. I think it might be one note lower. Maybe it's... Yeah, probably like that. Something like that. And then it would go down, and this would go down an octave as well. Or maybe it's an octave. Let's see. Maybe this other part is an octave. Nah. Okay, so I kind of need to know what exact pitch this is. I can't really read it very well. So let me use the... Because I don't think what they wrote in the MIDI is correct. Yeah, so I need to read the... I need to read it from this sound. Let's see. What? Okay, so audio editor. And then remove that second half. Convert to score, dump to piano roll. What do you think about R. Kelly? I don't think about R. Kelly. Thank you, Master. I'll let you know when I can pay you for the work. I really appreciate you to hear a restore theme. You're welcome. Thank you for the kind words, and welcome. Okay, so with that. Okay, so why is there a bunch of space here? That makes no sense. Okay. So, and some of it does work, but I think most of it, like here, it just takes the sort of longer notes, but that's enough. At least I know which note is actually being played. So we have D sharp, A sharp, C sharp, C, which is actually the same progression as Gangplank Galleon, so that's pretty cool. So it would be more like, and see, it comes up over here, so it's like, let me make sure that this doesn't play. There we go. Not that part though. And this part, I'm not so sure if that's right. I think it would be more like this right here. Maybe let me check. Actually, it might be that distant. It might be actually like a tritone. I think that's right. So now let's move this up here. So now this last note here, I think it should be lower. Maybe it's like a D. So it was very low. Okay, so it was like, yeah, that sounds about right. And I think it was sooner than that, like it's delayed a little bit. Let me hear that again, one more time. Yeah, there was like another note in there. So after that long note, I think we just do a repeat. I think it just repeats. Yeah, so let's go by the bar and delete this space. Control delete. And then here, so here it just goes to the other part, like the last part. Da, 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 da. Okay, then there's this part. Oh, it goes up. There's like another part, upward part here. So this. Ah, yeah. Then it does like that last final note is like up high. Okay, so there's the two layers here that we'd only need a little bit. Okay, so let's take both of these down an octave. I think it's this top layer that we need. But this top layer also might be, since these are whole tones, I can probably take these, probably be better off taking these from the, yeah. Can take it better from the thing here, just to make sure. Oh, it matches except for one note. So let's control Q. Whoops. I have to do steps for that. Control Q and then, wow, no, don't do that. And then let me go up an octave and then just cut all these. Put this down here. And then Control G to glue them. Let's remove this. I think this is just another repeat. Or maybe not, let me check. Okay, so what is this note? Let's make sure we remove these. Maybe it's that same A sharp and C. No, it's something different. Could be that. Let me see what the recording says, but it'll be later, and I can't really... Okay, so here's where it originally comes from. I think it's just... Is it just A sharp C? It doesn't sound like it. Maybe A sharp C is the top. Oh yeah, because it does take the top, so... Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's see... Ah, okay. Da-da. I think it would be a lot easier if we went ahead and removed that space from here too. So like, same place where the things came from, it should match. Actually, I need a bar snap for this. Control delete. But why does it sounds like it's sluggish a little bit. Oh, I see, it's like off a little bit. Okay, so let's go and fix that. No. Oh, I see. So it's like supposed to be like this. Nice. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is not here. This is probably for the other layer, probably. Okay, and in that part we have, and it says there's an F sharp here. And there's a quick high note before that. And I think it's just like, let's see, it might be here. Oh yeah, I think it's just this one. I thought it was like, let's see, I want to hear it one more time. I think it's a short one down here. I think it's a short one up here, actually. And I think it's like a little bit longer up here. Yeah, maybe it is actually shorter. Okay, so this next part, I think it goes da 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 da. Yeah, okay. So the beat is, let's see. Okay. So then we just have that, and it repeats one more time. And it should be the same volume pretty much. I don't know why they have it dip down here. No, do not. Okay. It looks like the pitches are right here. Okay, and then this does not exist, it's just a repeat. Okay, so this is repeated. Okay, and then this one goes down here. Okay, and then this is, I think after that it just loops back to the beginning. Yeah, pretty much. And then this MIDI is set to, this is the reason why it's like all out of time here. Because this MIDI is set to 187 when it should be 190.5 if you want to be really accurate. So let's remove that automation there. For the tempo. So this... Okay, so that one fades out and then it restarts over. So we can remove the guide stuff now, or the sample. And this, I don't want this anymore. I don't know why this is so loud. Maybe because the MIDI makes it so. Yeah, we don't want that. So let me check the fade outs in, let's see. Yeah, it does fade out. But I think it's just an envelope, so you can just put an envelope over that. Alright, let me check the beginning, because the beginning might be completely sustained. No, it does fade out. Okay, so I don't have control over the envelope though. So I might, at this point, I might try putting it into contact, and then we will send it to channel 4. Oh, that's the bass. So once we load up the guitar, it's a clean guitar from the guitar CD, Roland guitar CD, and it's the same one that they use for the distortion. So once I apply distortion, it should sound pretty much the same, except better and more varied, because it's really low quality in the thing, and this would make it better quality. Oh yeah, for this purpose, I have the same one for Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, Strat for overdrive. So let's drag that in here. Okay, and then we're gonna have to give this a mixer track, which we will send to plug-in out 3 and 4. And then we'll send that to about 2. Okay, And then we're gonna go, I wanna use guitar rig for this. So this is like an experiment right here. And why is it? It suddenly went to mono. No, I want it to be stereo. There we go. Let's see. Let me get a preset that's like distorted. Or I can just... Let me try Van 51. I think that one worked. So... Nice. Okay, so compare that to with... It's got to be an octave higher, actually. Nice. Well, that sounds even better than the other one. Well, of course it sounds better, but I think it sounds even closer. Nice. And now, this, I want to give it now that envelope that it needed from the beginning. Okay, so it already has like an initial like sort of thing. Let's just turn this one now, or maybe it actually fades out fast enough. Oh yeah, it does. Nice. Maybe not quite fast enough. Yeah, that's good. Nice. Let's check on that part. That one sounds a little high. Maybe, let's see. I think it's just this fact of that sample being pitched down. Or maybe it's supposed to go lower. Maybe it is supposed to be kind of down there. Let me see if that matches better. No, I think this one's better. Yeah, I think it should just like that. It's just the tone. Nice. Should have more of a chug on it, though. Okay, so there should be more of a chug on that, I think. So what I want to do is like take this down. And then bring this up. Yeah, there we go. That's the kind of chug we want. There we go. That sounds a little better. I think it might still be the wrong pitch. Let me see how the envelope is on this one. Maybe it changes envelopes too. No, it doesn't change envelopes. But it is to pan to the right. Yeah, the whole thing is like just pan to the right, kind of. So let's pan this like 50% right. And then let's go to the other layer. Okay, so let's give it... I kind of want to do... I think I should do this all in one channel because it is all one line, technically, and it's all one instrument. So it's supposed to be one guitar. So there's a beginning part. But I kind of want to keep them separate, but actually this is an octave, so I don't really need to keep it separate. So let's control down. And then this one changes. So this one is like... And then it goes to... What interval is this? So this one goes to... From being an octave below to a third above. Okay, this one goes... Okay, but this one is... I need these to be... So it's in thirds following a scale. So what scale is this? I think this is F. No, it's G minor. So if I go to... You can make it snap to scale. So if I go to major, and actually I can use A sharp major, just A sharp major since it's easier. And then it should conform to, when I drag it up here, it'll conform to thirds. Okay, but the second part I think is different. Oh yeah, it goes down to, let's say, a sixth. Yeah, it goes down to a sixth on that last part. So let's... I'm gonna deselect this one. This one's gonna go up here, and then I'm gonna go into thirds. Oh, but this one has to be included in that. And then this one's gonna be a sixth down here. So, see, this is G. This is G. We're gonna go up 1, 2, or up 2. Nice. And the final note should be D, actually. Oh, wait, no. The final note should be an octave. Okay. But the D is incorrect. It's just... But it's definitely an octave interval. So these intervals here, it's just repeating the line in fourths. So the second layer is a fourth above, looks like. Yeah, so it's a fourth. So that means we need to repeat these. Whoops, and then this is gonna go here, but it's gonna go fourth up. Okay. And that's right. So if I'm correct, this should be G to the starting bar should be G to D. Let's check that. Yeah. Nice. Yep, that sounds about right. And then this part is the only thing that I'm kind of questioning. Oh, it's just C to E. Okay, so it is definitely different. So let's say, and I think it's lower. It's like the lower octave. Da, 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 da. So it's like, and I think that the notes are not correct. They're definitely down there. But here we need to turn off the scale because that's not part of the, it's going outside the scale now. Weird. Let's see. Maybe it's more like here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna need the recognition for this, the pitch recognition. Doesn't seem to be working. Oh, it is working. It just didn't show me that it was working. Nope, it's actually not working. Okay, now it heard me. Okay, so let's delete this part. And then send to piano, convert to score and dump to piano roll. So now we can kind of see the objective pitch is. Let's move this over. Okay, and it won't take the little chugs, but it will take the like other parts. So this is definitely, this top one is definitely an A. So, and the interval says that this. I don't know what that's all about. That is not something I wanted to hear, and I want it to stop right now. And let's see. What is... Jesus. Okay, why is it playing stuff without my knowledge? Okay, so and the things definitely, I think maybe the recognition says that these should be G, not, so maybe it's supposed to be an actual power chord, which makes sense because it's like fifths. So I think this should be here instead. Yeah, that sounds more like the original. Cool. What? Why does it just play stuff like that? Like, that makes no sense. What in the world is this thing doing? Okay, I don't even know what that part is. Hold on. Okay, so this part should probably go down here. And now let's check for that. Why? Shut up. Okay, so okay, this part doesn't really make sense. Those tones are supposed to be F sharp. No. I don't know why it's doing that. What in the world is going on here? It just keeps on playing that, and I did not ask it to. Okay. Oh, because it's got on the piano roll, it's got these notes. Okay. Okay, now let me just check on that that dissonant chord there. So these intervals, this one shows an E and a C sharp, but it's a major sixth difference. So let's see, that one should be, let's see, so let me see what exactly, like what pitch exactly that is playing. We have that one. So that part is the part that I need. And I know that the tones here are going to be like F sharp. But I just need to know how far apart are they? Or what the lower one. Okay, so the bottom one stays the same actually. Whoops. Nice. And this is like a sixth, so that makes sense. Now let's check on that last note there, that lower note. Okay, so there's just no note there, okay. I think that should be, did I get the right one? Oh, there is actually two notes. I think I was looking at the wrong spot. So let me catch the interval there just to make sure. So there's a G and a C, and this one says C, so this is the G. The other one must be the C. It must be lower. It says the C is higher though. I think that one of them is supposed to be like up here. But it's supposed to be even higher than that. It's supposed to be like... And I think it says like one of them drops out. Like, so this one... Yeah, so one of them is definitely dropping out at the end of that part. Yeah, so this one just doesn't play that last part. But it should play like this part. There should be like two chugs there. But I think there's like no chugs here, it's just like Yeah. And I think the entire pattern is just like there's some stops at the end there. Nice. And I think... Okay, I think it changes the rhythm after that. It's like, at first it's like... Okay, there is 5 though, so that's, yeah, that's right. But I hear such a pause. Oh, I think it's the beginning, actually, that happens. But at the beginning, at that one part, I think is different. So there's definitely 4 of them there. I think it is like that. Yeah, that's definitely right for... So it's like do... And the other tone is like... Whoops. The other tone is like... Okay, yeah, the other tone is like that. And then it repeats again. And it does this. But it should be, But instead of being a 5th, it should be a 4th again. I mean, instead of being a 4th, it should be a 5th again. Okay, and then in the recognized version, or the pitch recognition version, we need to remove the space. So I want to select all of this. Let's go to bar. And then Control Delete. So now we have these notes right here, which are being recognized. And so we bring this into contact, paste it here, but FL Studio never pastes anything where we want it, so it's going to put it all out of whack. And so we have to correct that by going to Step. And now here's the octave where it should be in, but let's go up an octave, and I think it should be like that. So let's Control Q. And I think that there's some of the timing is off. And of course that's going to be the strings right now, so we just Shift C, and then we're going to send that to channel 4. No, absolutely not. That's the bass. It's channel 5. Nice. So sometimes it goes to tritones, yes? Cool. So the Hironeko says that this is... What are the notes here on the second part? But there's one where there's like missing the chugs. Or the chugs drop out. Yeah. Okay, it's that last part where you have the, before the tone. So that's going to be cut out. Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this long note part. So, okay, that tracks. Yeah, that's the right pitch. Oh, this is wrong right here. Okay, so this part, now let's see. Okay, so that's the big sweet part. Okay, so that should be like... It's actually higher than the other one. Let's see. Okay, so this one is like a fourth higher. Let's see. But it's supposed, the tones are supposed to be A sharp. Or no, D sharp, so. So that means the chug must be. And so how far apart are the chugs and the tone? They're a fifth. Okay. And what happens at the end there? Because I know the first part has that little top up. Okay, so it does follow that upward pattern too. Oh, and then there's like a really low note there for some reason. So it says there's like an F up there, like, let's see. So it's a fourth higher than the other note. A note before it, which is this one, is C, so it definitely would be like a... Wait, no, this is the one. I think it's like up here. Oops. So now I want to see, so maybe the other ones, maybe this is not the correct interval here, and maybe maybe the other ones are a fourth higher too. Let's see. Yeah, this one's like a fourth higher, definitely. So I think what we need to do is, those can stay, those are correct, I know. And so the tone is supposed to be a G, which kind of confuses me. Because it is... So that would mean this should be correct. Yeah, see, this one is not correct because this one is too high. So perhaps this one is correct, it's just this one that's wrong. Okay, so this would go down below. Yeah, that makes more sense. Nice. That's a big difference. Okay, I can just put it down an octave. It was the right octave, it's just the wrong thing. And this also goes down here. Well, yeah, this one was supposed to be that high, I remember. But then this one... So these are going to be the easy part. Then it's just selecting all of these that's the hard part. So then that part sounds a little funny to me. I think that's right. Okay, and then that part just kind of repeats. I think, oh no, this part is unique. So let me just make sure that that note... Okay, this one, let's see. So this part is a fifth and an octave apart, so it's G, and then after the next C, it's like the next C after that. So it would be something like this. Because, oh yeah, this. No. Because this says it's like one of them is a F. Okay, so that last part just kind of does. Oh yeah, so it would be here. So one of them would be here, and the other one will be. Okay, so it goes from D, A. So it's like a fifth lower than the chugs. The chugs go from G to. Oh wait, because this was, so this should be here actually. And this one, so that one's F, so that matches this one. But then this should be like here. So it's an octave and two notes below the like the chugs. Okay, so that makes sense. It's here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now the only thing changes. This part goes down an octave. Actually, this one might be able to. No. Okay, this one should be down here too. Nice. Okay, now, what do you remake everything from scratch? If I don't have a MIDI, I do. And so since I don't have a MIDI for this one, like I can't, as in I can't rip the MIDI from the game because there's like the technical whatever mumbo jumbo just doesn't work and it doesn't happen. So since that's the case here, what I'm doing is exporting like the song in one channel at a time and then using pitch recognition to create the notes, like to detect the notes. I'm going to remove my hard drive right now. Let's see. I can just... One moment here. Let me just eject the disk. And then eject the drive. Okay. So, yeah, I'm doing this from scratch technically. So here's the line that we have, this long line here. So we're gonna copy that, send this to here, and then I kind of want to separate these now that I'm having so much trouble because this is a separate line. This is like obviously two different guitars. So I do want to separate that this time. Because yeah, two different guitars, because two of the same guitars cannot play this. Like one guitar cannot play that line. So we could send, so I'm gonna send this over here. We're gonna send it to the same mixer track, but it will be a different guitar, a different patch, I should say. So we're gonna paste this here. And then this is gonna go to channel 6, but I wanna quantize this first. Looks like it changed a lot. I don't think that worked out very well. Well, I think it's because I don't have a think enough snap. I'm not sure. I think the notes are just off. It should all be the same length note. Oh wait, it's this one. Nice. Okay, so these notes are all supposed to be the same length. It just kind of didn't really come out right. So let's Control G to glue whatever is left, and then this one, except this one's supposed to be separate. So these notes are supposed to be like here. They're supposed to be all the same length. So I want this to be here. It's okay that it's a string patch for now. Okay, so that should be good. Just do that, and then Control L for legato. And then I want to change this to channel 6. I think this might need to be up an octave, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's definitely up an octave. And let me just confirm that there's like no last note here. Oh, that's the part where there's that really low note. I'm trying to catch that really low note. So there's that note, and then it's I think it's not even registering as a low note. It's just like I have to put as low a note as I can because it's like a sub bass. So let me make sure, because I don't think the patch by default goes this low. So let's go and stretch it out. So let's select both of these and then just stretch it all the way out. So let's see how low can we go? Limbo, how low can you go? Okay, so we can go to a point where it's just like a blurp. Because it sounds like you have to have headphones to hear this, but and it's definitely a C sharp, I can see that. I'm gonna say it's this one. This one I think would be not low enough. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, and so that will be over here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the next part will be right here. Okay, so the rest of this pretty much should be good to just use the pitch recognition. Oh, but this says it's the same note. What? I think I need the other layer with this. I took this one from the MIDI. Yeah. Okay, so I definitely want to first remove this part because it's already represented. And then this part will go up. I'm guessing that's like this is just the third, so I think this is just supposed to be like that, and then okay, this is not supposed to be here. Now this is supposed to be a rest. Okay, so this, I'm gonna send this to the other guitar. And I think actually there's not supposed to be a rest here. Let me check the recording. Oh, wait a second, these are supposed to be octaves. Yeah, it's definitely octaves. But I think then after that it goes to like thirds. So that's good. Nice. Okay, so that is in thirds. Cool. Okay, this is supposed to be a rest. Nice. That sounds good. Let me just check on that. That's the right note. That's right. When it goes to the thirds, I want to make sure it's not under. Yeah, it is above. Okay. Cool. So that's great. That's our electric guitar. Beautiful. And then this, is that supposed to be that big of an interval at the end? Oh yeah, it is supposed to be a sixth. Nice. Okay, so with our guitar done, now we can move on to, the only thing left is the drums. And so the drums, I'm not even going to attempt to use the recognition because that's going to be ridiculous. So this will just be the MIDI here, and we'll try to interpret that best we can. Luckily, there's no pitch. It's just, if the person did it right, whoever they were, then it's just about checking their work. So here we have, I'm gonna do the kick first, and he's using like both bass drum and acoustic bass drum, which there's really like it's no difference. That's meaningless. So what I want to do is find verse empty and call this. Actually, we can just use the MIDI one since we have no more MIDI notes left. So what I want to do is I'm going to undo that, and then I'm just going to shift both the notes down since they both don't even change pitch anyway. And I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to load up my kick drum, my kick sample. This comes from the Roland guitar and no, the Roland drums and cymbals disc. All of these do. And so I want to make this just normal pitch. So let's go to C5 with this. Okay, now we need our snare. And I want to remove this sample here. Okay, so let's grab all these snares. And I think he's using the electric snare too for some reason. That doesn't exist. It's all the same snare. Oh, and he even uses both at some point. That's ridiculous. Do not want to do that. Okay, and I think a lot of this, I think I forgot to remove the loop here, so loop starts here. Oops. I just cut that, please. Okay, so here's my snare. So I'm gonna go add the power snare. Okay, that's not what I want. Don't do that. We need this to be on C5. And this is gonna move here. I think this is the right timing. Yeah, there we go. And these are all really loud, so I'm going to turn them down. Especially the kick. Okay, and this part, I still need to remove half of this. Okay, so the next thing we have is the toms. So I'm going to select all these toms. And then the toms are a part of a contact. They have a patch for them, so I'm going to use the patch. Okay, so let's paste these into contact. This will probably be channel 7. Now, what timing was this? Let me go back and see. Oh, that doesn't matter because it's going to move anyway. That makes sense right there. So where are my... Okay, this has to go to channel 7 anyway. Alt-C. Okay, so here's the lowest drum, so that one's already at F. Second lowest is here. These are the same, so I don't want to use that. And we have 2 of the same drum anyway, but I think this one should be higher. So okay, so now we just need to go edit the contact patch, and not only that, but some of the drums are coming in too soft. I don't know why they do that. It's just like a bad patch or something. So both of these, I need them to be but I don't know how to edit the softness of just the one. Let me just make sure that these are also okay. They are full velocity. I don't know how to edit just the envelope for like this one. So I think what I would be better off doing is just like nixing this patch and just using samples. I think that would probably be a better idea. So here's the highest one here. This one's higher than that. I think this one's the second highest. And this one's the... See, they don't even name them right. Like, this one is, like, the lowest one is, like, the second highest, like, the third highest or something. Okay, so this one's next. Okay, so we have five drums here. So now I need to tune them, because I'm going to use the pitches from the game. So I need to tune them. So I need to make it where when I hit this C, they all become the same pitch. So this one is lower. Let's set the root note to be higher. Or just this C. Let's see, C. So it's still a little bit too high. I mean, too low. Okay, actually. I think this is the same pitch, it's just stronger bass because it's a higher tom. Okay, so this needs to come up. Perfect. But is this one coming in later for some reason? No. Oh no. Cool, so now when I do They all sound the same pitch. Cool. So now what I want to do is I want to make sure I have them in the right order, right? So this one's the highest, it's at C. This one's the second highest, it's at B. This one's at A, so there's got to be something in between here. This one is actually higher. So we'll do Alt and put this above. And this one's a G, this one's the lowest. Okay, so now what I want to do is we have all these drums here, but they're not going to be the right pitch, even if they are accurate in timing. So what I want to do is cut these to the highest. I'm going to cut these to each of their drums, right? This is the highest one. And then this, I think this will all be, because it has to all be centered around C, or at least close to it. So we take this, we cut it. And then we're going to go to the next tom. Cut that. And then we'll cut that one. Go here. Oh, wait. Cut this one. And then go there. But it's going to put it in the wrong place. Where was this supposed to go? FL Studio never pastes anything where I want it, so we have to account for that. It was over here. Cool. Oh, I think this one went to the wrong bar again. This one. Okay, let me set the snap to be a bar. And then hold shift and push to the right. Push the arrow key to the right. Shift and, okay, this one's right actually. Ooh, that one's not right. Oh wait, actually it is, because it keeps going back up. Okay, so the pitch is here. Now I want to match it to the game. And it starts with a snare, not a kick. And it starts with a snare, then a kick. So I need these to switch. And the kick has to be earlier. It sounds like they're panning too. And so this is a G. It says on the spot. So let me match the highest one. I think it's up here. And then the next one. So the next one is an E, which means it's a fourth lower. So that means it's got to be... Okay, and then it actually matches the pitch, so that's good. And then the next part of that would be... I think that I didn't catch that quite fast enough. So it's another A. And this one, let's see, the other one isn't even used. And they don't even have the lower one. They're like missing some toms. So let's do the lowest tom. Oh wait, I think they're actually, no, it's actually right. There is no other toms. Oh, the drums are like completely wrong. Okay, and then the kick. I think that's right. So da, da, da. Okay, so you have two snares. I don't know why that's not present there. It's just a bad transcription, I think. And so as far as the downbeat, it looks like the downbeat will be here, maybe. Dun, 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 dun. But that last one is not even a tom. It's supposed to be a snare. Dun, 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 dun. I think maybe all these snares might be shifted. And I think definitely these snares have to be a little lower. So... I think something is like kind of pushed off here. Okay, yeah, those are definitely off. Okay, so maybe both of them are off. I'm gonna try... Okay, maybe not. Maybe it was just those that are off. But it has kicks going on. I guarantee you there's no kicks going on at the same time as the snare. But you know what? I think this should be here. Let me check where the downbeat is here in the context of the whole mix. Okay, so this is at the beginning. This is like, and there is a downbeat, like. So the downbeat is on that kick. Okay, cool. So okay, let me see. So that tom roll. Okay, this last tom once again doesn't exist. And then so this part, when it gets into full swing, so these are going to be so I think I might just like pull them all, because it's clear that the kick and the snare are in sync, but I'm not sure they're like with the rest of the soundtrack. Like I'm not sure they're on the right beats. So let's shift I and okay, so there's definitely so we have okay, so no kicks where there's a snare. Okay, so once it gets into the full swing, we know. We definitely don't want and is it like that? Is it like seems off. Okay, so the snares are off now. I think they're supposed to be like here. Oh, I think the drum loop was like, or the drum was transcribed wrong. Okay, yeah, I hear that beat. Let's see. This is supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here. And then this is definitely here. Let's see. The downbeat's definitely there in the other part of the mix. Let's see, so, but the actual downbeat is definitely here in the beginning. So, and this part is now out of sync, so if I just this here, so that means that this whole section, like this section here, is off. There's like supposed to be, because I can tell. I think that this is supposed to be space here. And I think that the split happens like right here. So I think that after this part, there's supposed to be a wait. So it's like, oh, I think I might have moved that to the wrong place. Yeah, that one before that other one. Shift I, and then we will put this here. And then we put all the tom, we shift all the toms over too. Let's set our snap to be a beat, and then we're gonna, no, not a bar. A beat, and then I'm gonna shift this over. What? Why would you move my viewpoint just because I shifted everything one beat? Makes no sense. So stupid. One second. Okay, so I mean, this is gonna be. Let's see, how long have we been streaming for? Okay, so at 3 hours, I'm gonna go and cut this off for today. Let me see one thing. Okay, so let's see what we have here. I don't think there's that. I don't think that tom is there. That low tom. Nope, definitely not there. Let me just check that it's not here. And I think that the other tom, let's see, there's another tom here, the second tom roll. Yeah, this one is supposed to be another one here, not the other one. Okay, so okay, so that part, let's see. I'm gonna make this slow so I can hear it. Okay, so there's supposed to be another kick here. Okay, so and I can actually, to make this is going to take forever. So what I really want to do is I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to use the, oh, why is this? Yeah, this we don't need here. Well, actually I do need that here, but okay, so let's get the stem for the drums. Remove the silence at the beginning, and oh wow, so it's actually, oh wait, no, that's different parts of it. Okay, so let me temporarily cut the cymbals and bring them to another part of to another pattern, because I'm gonna have those be separate. Why? What in the world? I just like completely forgot my selection. So stupid. Sometimes it doesn't actually paste what I tell it to paste, which is really dumb. Okay, so we got that separated now. So it looks like I can say, hey, this is like, I can see everything clear now. That is, if it doesn't scroll like away just because I tell it to scroll a little bit. Okay, dun 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 dun. Okay, and then, so then this, let me select step. So let me, okay, so there's another like sort of thing here. There's another sort of like there's another tom hit here, another high tom hit. After that, there are just two, and then it's like, okay, so we have, but it seems like, no, it's not quite like that. See, there's like, there's another drum here. Like there is, this drum is supposed to be for the higher one. And then they're all kind of shifted. So this one, okay, so this one is shifted. Like the snares are a little bit later than I thought. And there's another tom here. Looks like everything is kind of shifted here, and then okay, so this is shifted. Let me enlarge this one as well so I can see the difference. And there's another kick here. Actually, two more kicks here. Instead of a tom. And the toms are shifted over now for this one. And the snare is definitely too high, I guess, still. So the downbeat should be in the same, yeah, the downbeat's in the same place. But I see the toms are in the wrong place. I need to put it here so I can see where that's coming through at. And I think it still should be the high toms. And so this tom roll is not coming through correctly. So it should be this one should be here. And it should be here. Okay, and this one goes to the next one and it gets shifted over. I definitely don't think there's one there. Cool. So there's only one low one. And then there's another snare. But this snare should be here. Let's see, we have toms. Oh yeah, okay, so that's right. Oh wait, I think I have like too many, so the snare should be here. And then this tom should not exist. This one should be here. And I really think there's only like three toms. So maybe these can both be deleted. I think we should take the highest one and the lowest one. So are the middle one like just kind of like this? Cut that and go to the lowest one. Nice. Nice, okay, that'll work. Okay, so then we'll just remove these two. And there should be a kick right here. Cool. And there should be more kicks here. So we should be hitting every beat. Okay, so then we need one of the lower one. That's where we've been most of the time. Yeah, okay. Okay, now let's check this section. So we're starting to run along pretty smoothly here. Okay, this beat, this one needs to move over here. This one needs to move over here. And I think this is just repeating, right? Like this is just... Okay, then they have a fill here. So, let's see. And then this is still too high, the snare. Okay, so then this here. Definitely not there. Well, that last one should be there. Okay, so this part has to go away. That's 3 kicks. And we can tell this isn't there. Oh, that was there. Okay, and then we need another kick here. Okay, good. This one should be gone. This one shouldn't be here. I guarantee you this isn't going to be here. This one, it shouldn't be here. And there should be kicks here, I think, on every beat. Da -da 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 -da. I think there's a kick here as well. Okay, then there should be another tom here. Okay, so that one, instead of being a kick, should be a tom. Nice. And at that point, I think it's just mostly repetition. Let's see. By the way, they have a... Oh, I think it does change it up a little bit. Yeah, so I might have to follow, just keep following this. So this is gone. This kick. It's going to be mostly just the kicks that are leaving. Let me just check on that one. And there's supposed to be another kick here. No 2K. Only I have to remove that one. Let's see. Pretty much all of these is the same thing, they just get the beat wrong. Okay, and then this is not a kick. We have two, we need two toms here. And here's where it changes. Yeah, it changes a little bit. So you have like, it starts out with this one is not here. Okay, that one isn't there. Okay, then we need more low toms here. Okay, good. So we don't need this one. And I'm gonna sort of like split this. Let's see. Why did that snare just change pitch? Like, no, absolutely not. I swear that snare just changed pitch on me for no reason. I think it was just that. Oh, it switched to pattern. I think the snare does need to go lower a little bit. So I need a view where I can see both of these at once. Let's see. This one shouldn't be here. This one shouldn't be here. Okay, then we need some low toms. This is actually here. Okay, now we have something interesting happening here. Let's see, what is this? Okay, so this part is not a snare, it's a kick. And this part these two snares are not here, and instead they're kicks. Okay, so we need another snare here. Okay, so we need another third snare here instead of the kick. This part is going to be a kick as well. This is not a snare. This is also not a snare. Should be a snare here. Okay, I think that kick is supposed to be here. It's supposed to be shifted a bit. Yeah, it's supposed to be 3 snares. Okay, so this snare shouldn't be here. This one, there should be one here though. And there should be a snare here. I think this is actually the right note. Maybe not. Okay, so now for the kick part of that. We need boom, 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 boom. And then this one moves over here. More kicks here. Nice. Okay, so that's good, and then I think that's just loop. Yeah, pretty much. And also, we could argue that even this one doesn't need to be here, because this will just be looped like that. Okay. And what's the automate? There shouldn't be automation in here. What's that automation? Channel volume. No, I don't need that. Okay, so we got that sorted. Now we need our hi-hats, which is in, well, actually, I don't really have time. We're over 3 hours now. Oh, look, we got some people saying, love what you do. Welcome, Fug. Picked up DKC2 vinyl last year, and now I'm thrilled to see you doing Lufia too. Love the workout, 3 years. Keep it up. Thank you. Glad you enjoy the tunes. And welcome. Welcome, Super Duper Monkey Ball Banana Blast Crazy Roll. Hey. Have you searched up Super Monkey Ball? No, I haven't. I have to do that actually. But this, unfortunately, we're at the end of our stream here. I've been doing 3 hours, and I'm tired. I have to get ready for to do some social stuff and go hang out. So there's going to be a big festival here in Spain today. So I'm going to go to that and hang out. It's some kind of, they're going to shoot off fireworks and a bunch of other stuff. So that sounds fun. All right, y'all. So we'll pick this up tomorrow, and this is like the halfway point, I guess. And yeah, this will be Jam and Sam signing off. Thanks for coming to the stream, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.